Hey, hello everybody. We're back for another edition of Meet the Wildcats. Today we're just going to talk a little bit about the schedule and a little bit about recruiting, and we're going to meet two Wildcats, the left side of the infield. Let's talk recruiting first. We have the possibility of signing some more quality players coming in to the program next year. I can't announce it because of NJCAA rules until letters of intent are signed. But we're looking at a third baseman from Florida and a pitcher from Texas that should be able to help us right away next year. Still looking for a couple of pitchers for this year. We have a healthy schedule, and it's going to require a lot of arms. Basically, anybody who's playing is going to be a pitcher this year to get us through some of the tougher parts of the season. If anybody knows of a player out there that's a good quality person and a good quality player, please talk them up, talk the place up. We're looking for quality. I would really like to get some local players. That can be a little bit difficult sometimes. Most inquiries, honestly, are not from the local area. They're from outside, hence Texas and Florida. So let's talk about our schedule. People wanted to know about the schedule. Let's see if I've got anybody on. We got 7 people watching. That's a good thing. All right. So our schedule. If you look at our schedule, this schedule is a pretty aggressive schedule. We start out, we're going to leave the night of the 8th from Wahpeton. We're going to leave school, drive to the Ames area, Ames, Iowa area, which is about a 6-hour drive, 6.5-hour drive after school. We get in, and Des Moines Area Community College has been kind enough to buy our hotel rooms and to give us post-game meal after our doubleheader on the 9th. Pretty good ball club. Just so happens that the coach of this team is also his dad and my dad coached together, so it kind of worked out really nice. We'll continue on after the 9th. We'll drive down to Florida, the 10th and the 11th. We should get there on the 11th. The 12th, we'll play a team, don't know who yet, in Clearwater. Don't know the time. The 13th is going to be in Leesburg, Florida, which is Lake Sumter Community College. We're going to play a single game, a single 9 at 2 o'clock. The 14th, again, we'll play somebody in Clearwater, Florida. The 15th is an off day. I'm trying to determine now, depending on what the schedule says and everything else, it may just be a completely off day. So if parents are coming down, that would be a great day to schedule something with your son, because otherwise I don't know right now times. Hold on a second. We continue on. We have games the 16th and 17th. The 18th, we're going to play Kishwaukee Community College there in Clearwater. Then we start our trek back home. I originally had a game scheduled for the night of the 19th, but that school called and canceled on us. So that was one game we lost. I will try to make that back up. Then we come back home. We're going to play 2 against Ridgewater. We have a long homestand here. Then we start our conference schedule out. These games are going to be played at John Randall Field. Obviously, it's the springtime. Weather will dictate everything. But we have Lake Region, and then we have Miles Community College. So basically, for the rest of the spring, the schedule is basically a Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday schedule. So you see we play Central Lakes in Brainerd. Then we play back home again for Dakota State Bottineau. I believe that weekend we actually play Friday, Saturday because of Easter Sunday. Then on the 12th, we play Alex Tech at Alex Tech. Then we are off to Dawson Community College to play 4 on the weekend of the 15th and 16th of April. Then we're back home again, Alex Tech. Then we play Bismarck State, which is going to be a swap. We'll play 2 at home and 2 away. Then we're back home again for another long homestand with Central Lakes and Williston State. Now, Williston State is going to be a split, 2 home, 2 away, but all the games will be played at John Randall Field. And then after that, we have Ridgewater for a couple on 3 May. And then we have the tournament, which will start the 11th of May. So if I can, let's just talk a little bit about this tournament or the schedule and all. We are in a unique position. Some people don't know this, but we are automatically selected for the NCAA regional, NJCAA regional. We can go 0 for the season and still play in the regional. That's an advantage to us for a couple reasons. One is it allows us to basically experiment. We can try new things. I have some bunt defenses I want to try. We don't have to be conventional because we don't have to really worry about winning games. Do we want to win games? I'm sure. Absolutely. That's what the kids like to do. They like to win, right? The other thing it allows us to do is because we don't have to worry about winning or losing an individual game because it won't matter, we can stay with people longer. So if somebody's struggling and we think they can play, we'll be able to stay with that person longer. So the players should be able to play a lot freer than if every game mattered and if we had to win this series in order to go to the regionals or whatever, because we don't have that pressure. Other teams have that pressure. Now, do we want to win? Absolutely. But I'm looking as the regular season as a precursor, a chance to learn, a chance to grow, a chance to get better for the regional. Everybody else has to look at the schedule as, hey, that's my chance to get to the regional, where we don't have to do that. And the reason we don't have to do that is we're a Division III school, which means no scholarship money playing in a Division II conference, which that has disadvantages in that we're playing against teams that get scholarship money. But it's the advantage to us again is no matter what we do in conference, we're going to the regionals. Most everybody else is going to have to win their regional just to get a chance to play. So I'm going to bring Jack in here a second and just ask Jack how his recruiting world's going and how his lifting and all that program are going too. So Jack, hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
All
So
right. So,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead. You're going to ask
I,
me a question.
yeah, I was just going to ask you how your recruiting's going.
Yeah, no, it's going good. Been on the phone with some guys last couple days. Just trying to get more pitching. We definitely need it. Next year, I'm looking. I want to get at a minimum of 10 POs. So we're on the way to that goal. We still need to fill a lot of spots. So yeah, if you're needing a home, then come on up to North Dakota because we'll take you. So on the other side of things, with with lifting, last week the guys took the week off for finals. Hopefully, all that went well. I figured I'd give them that extra time to study, do things like that. Hopefully, they take advantage of it. But we're getting back on track this week for our winter lifting program. Still going to be 3 days a week. Um, Kind of starting back at the bottom again, working our way up towards the spring, right? So when we get back, we plan on maxing again, probably that second week back. So
Yeah. So
that's what we did.
the lifting program, obviously the guys are going to have to work while they're back home. Some of them is a little more difficult than others. They may not have access to a lot of things, so we're not just going to ramp it up right when we get back. But if they do nothing, they're going to probably be sore for a couple of weeks. As long as they do a little bit, they
Yeah,
should be okay. Correct?
yeah, no, that's correct. It's always interesting trying to match what guys are able to get their hands on for equipment and stuff like that. So most of the lifts are going to be um, a lot of it's body weight, right? Because everybody can do body weight lifts, stuff like that, circuits. So it's not going to be the same stuff that we did in the weight room, but everything that we can get that everybody can get their hands on. So it'll be pretty universal for everybody.
The throwing program while they're gone, they're expected to try to throw too. Correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We definitely don't want guys taking a whole month off and then coming back and trying to get back to where they were because that's just not a reality. Especially pitchers, right? I mean, you worked all the entire fall to get to where you were, and then you got to keep working in order to come into the spring prepared, ready to go. So the throwing program is going to be pretty similar, 4 to 5 times a week. Preferably, I would like guys only missing one day, right? Taking one day off, just like we did in the fall. But I know guys can't really get in, especially up there with all the snow. It gets pretty difficult finding a place to throw. So really 3, 4, 5 times a week, as much as you can, right? So that's kind of what we're going for right now.
Yeah, for the infielders, outfielders, I actually, when we start back, we're not even going to use gloves the first couple of days just to get back into the throwing motion, so they don't try to do too much. Because that's a tendency. Guys want to get back, they want to try to do too much too quick, and we got to watch that because we're not real thick on bodies. So, and if we lose anybody, it's obviously detrimental. We don't want to lose anybody anyway, but that would have a detrimental impact on the team. What else is going on in your world?
Oh, just got back to Texas. It's quite a bit warmer. Enjoying it. Everybody down here is wearing big puffy jackets, and they just don't understand that North Dakota is different. So I've been walking around in a t-shirt and shorts. Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm really enjoying the weather down here.
Yeah, you know, it's funny is I talked to Taichi the other day, and he was like, "I like the snow." Wait until March, buddy. You know, it might get a little bit long for you. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to invite one of the players on. I'm going to talk to him a little bit, and then I'll let you grab him and do a little question and answer with him. All right. All right. So the first guy we got, Coulter. How you doing today? Col-
Good.
Good. I said Coulter. I'm sorry, Colton. Um,
Yeah.
you are the granddaddy on the team, are you not?
Yep. Pretty old.
Yeah. So how many? This is your what, third year here, right?
Yep.
So did did you actually get to play the first season where we played games?
Uh, yeah, I did.
So this will be your actual third season of competition. What have you seen? The growth of the program. What have you seen? How's it grown?
I think the biggest thing that I've seen improve is just the players' mindsets. Guys are really showing up. They want to get better. They want to win games, and I think guys are starting to realize that with the group that we have, I get a chance to win some games this year.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got a little bit unique perspective because you've seen all the teams we've played. Well, I think pretty much all the teams we played, minus the spring trip. So you know what they're like and what their talent level's like, and you're saying that we're competitive this year in your mind.
Yeah, I think so. I really do.
What do you think the biggest strength? What's become our biggest strength besides the mindset?
Um, Geez, that's a hard one. Uh, I think our biggest strength would be everyone's willingness to work. Guys are wanting to work now. There's more and more guys showing up to individual work and showing up with a plan and stuff to do rather than just showing up and hitting off the tee or just going through the motions.
Yeah, that's awesome because I think you guys are really starting to buy into what we're trying to do here, and hopefully it will pay off in some W's for you all. I'm not as concerned about W's as you guys are. I'm concerned about just growing and getting better and improving every day. Because if we do that, then the W's will show up. So I kind of put the cart before the. I try not to put the cart before the horse, if you will. So for your journey, how does it work for you as a third year player as far as academically and all that?
What do you mean? Like,
Well, it's a 2-year school. So are you did you
oh,
start another program or?
yeah, I graduated with a liberal arts transfer degree last year, and then I kind of just talked to my advisor, and we are just kind of looking at stuff that I could take that would kind of fit that, and then we just came across human resources and marketing degree, and I only needed not that many credits, so I just decided to come back and do that.
Yeah, it's kind of an unusual thing. I mean, you're kind of almost like a red shirt with the COVID years. So it's worked out for you. You get to play 3, and then you still have 2 years of eligibility after this, which I think is what you wanted to do, right? Is play 4 year.
Yeah.
So you could actually be a 5 year guy instead of a 4 year guy. That's kind of a neat thing. What would you say your strength is as far as on the baseball field?
I think my strength now, uh, especially after all the work that we put in this fall, is going to be my mental toughness. I
Yeah.
put a lot of work in on mental work and mental reps, and just trying to stay calm at a new position and learn everything as quickly as I can while playing games at the same time. And I think it's really helped me strengthen up in that division.
Yeah, so we do. Just so everybody out there knows, we do quite a bit of mental work. As a matter of fact, I just sent Jack yesterday a program that I'm going to start. It's a self-written program. Helps you focus on what's important, what's not important, all those types of things, which we've talked about before. So what's the most fun you have on the baseball field?
The most fun I have is in those tight situations when the game's close, everyone's up, everyone's cheering, it's loud. It's just the spots that you want to be in.
Yeah. All right. So knowing that, who would you say is the biggest competitor on the team?
Isaac Johnson.
Isaac? Did you say
Yeah,
Isaac? All right.
yeah.
If you were to get in a street fight, who would you want on your side?
Mm, Taft.
Taft.
Yep. He's
Oh,
quick.
oh, because he's quickness. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right. Hey, Jack, you out there?
I am.
Throw some at him.
All right. Yeah, I do, I got some questions for word association. So, what's your favorite part about the game? Like, what do you most enjoy?
Just I enjoy being out there, traveling, seeing all the different fields, just taking it all in. It's just definitely an experience that not everyone gets to have.
Okay.
Oh, did you drop off, Jack? I think we might have lost Jack, so we'll come back to him here in a minute, I think.
Do you have any holiday
Oh, there we go.
traditions with? Oh,
Go ahead.
can y'all hear me?
I can hear
Yep.
you. Go ahead.
Okay. I know we're in the holiday season, so what if any holiday traditions do you or have with your family or anything like that?
Um, we usually just have Christmas at my grandma's, but on my dad's side, we have like a little family Christmas beforehand, just at his house or my house. That's about all we do, I guess.
Are you guys a open presents Christmas Eve or Christmas morning type of family?
Oh, big question.
Eve, Christmas Eve.
What?
Yeah,
Attaboy.
we open them.
Yep, same here.
We open them Christmas Eve night. Stockings on Christmas Day.
That's just I don't know. We never did that. Never did that. What else?
All right, so
What else is going to be
we
foreign to me up here?
we got some word association now. Do you
All right.
know how to do the word association?
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Food,
Delicious.
Christmas,
Music.
Music.
team,
Ah, I got you.
Did you say team?
team, team.
Wild. That seems wild.
What'd you say?
I said
Wild. Okay.
wild.
I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad. All right. Hitting
Bombs.
Bombs.
and finally compete.
Jeez. I don't know on that one. Fun.
Fun. There we go. All
Oh
right.
boy.
All right. So now what we'll do is we'll bring in. Thanks. Stay here because we got something else for you. We're gonna bring in Tyler Cunningham. Tyler's a freshman. Uh, let's just bring him on. So, hey Tyler, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, man. Doing well. So, being a freshman on the baseball team, what has been the hardest thing to do for you? Has it been balancing academics with sports or family life or what is it?
Definitely balancing baseball with academics.
Yeah. So, how many course hours did you take this past semester?
I had 21 credits this semester.
Ooh, 21.
Yeah, it was not fun.
What was the reason for taking 21?
Kind of just had to get this one class done my first year. I'd rather get it done my first year than second year, so it added a ton of credits.
Okay. So school is obviously takes up some time and your major, if you will, it requires some out of class experiences. What's that about?
Yeah, there's a lot of homework in it, and sometimes we don't have enough class hours to do that, so we have to go in on our own time and finish our project in order to get it done.
But I see you guys out, like out and about in the campus and you've taken trips and all that for your major. That's what I was getting at. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
cause
our teachers have a lot of conferences they like us to sit through to like learn more about our major too. So we do a lot of that as well.
what kind of practical stuff do you guys do?
What do you mean by that?
Like, do you go out and survey something or, you know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we're for the first semester we basically just learned the basic tools and all the instruments and machines. So we didn't like get to do the total thing or all of it. We didn't get
Yeah.
to do all of it, so we're still learning. Like it's a work in progress.
Yeah. So you were not, when I got here, you were not on any kind of recruit list. Did you just show up to play baseball?
I mean, sort of. I took a visit last December to Wapton just for school, and I talked to the old coach, and he said he'd be in contact with me, but then I didn't realize he got fired. So
Oh, you
then,
didn't get fired. You didn't get fired.
or yeah, my fault,
Yeah.
my fault. He
Yeah.
quit or whatever. I just didn't know he left, and then I don't know if my number didn't get transferred over to you or anything, but kind of just found your number pretty late, almost around school time, and then asked if I could come out and play.
Yeah. And it was a nice find actually. I expect Tyler to do a lot of good things this spring. Um, Playing the left side of the infield, he may play a little bit of the right side of the infield. He may, he's going to be all over the place. I think most of our players, because of the pitching situation that we have, are going to be all over the place. There's not going to be, you know, just play one position and that's it. That's going to be kind of rare. So, what's your biggest learning point about baseball, college baseball, as opposed to high school baseball?
It's a lot more work. You got to really love it if you want to play it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of guys that would love to be in your position, that just never get a chance, and that's it's an adjustment for sure. It's an adjustment. So, do you ever get a chance to just take off and go home?
During the when you went home, that's when I got the chance to go home every weekend. But like when we're in uh, spring training, as we called it, and we were there every weekend, I wasn't able to go home.
Yeah. So hopefully this winter, I've given you guys what weekends we're going to have off, so you can kind of pencil those into your plans because it is hard. It's hard to juggle your classes and your social life and your family life and baseball. What has been the biggest surprise for you in baseball?
Um, did I leg out?
What's that? Are you there? Oh, you may have lagged out here. I can hear you. You may not be able to hear me. Can you hear me? All right, so let's just go back here to Jack. Jack, hey, speaking of everybody pitching, give us a little breakdown on what we have as far as pitching this spring.
Yeah, so we've got 11 guys, 4 starters planned. It's going to get pretty strategic. I've been going over it, and the good news is that we've got a lot of really good relievers, right? That I think we'll be able to pitch multiple days, right? So I can't really go into my plan, right? We don't want to give too much away, but the way I look at it, we're gonna get it done. So
Yeah,
with 11 guys, we're gonna get it done with what we've got.
yeah, I think that's it's going to be a real trick for you and me both because we're going to have to coordinate real closely because the rules at the NJCA level don't allow free substitution or anything like that you might see at a more youth type level. So it's going to be classic. All right, see if Tyler's back in. Tyler, you back in?
Yeah.
All right. So now, what was your what did you say your biggest surprise was?
Probably just getting to know all the guys and like how they play and then trying to build the chemistry with them.
Yeah. So speaking of chemistry and the guys, let's throw that back at you. Who's the biggest competitor on the team?
Probably top.
Top, okay. Who would you want on your side if you got into a fight?
IJ.
IJ. Ooh, 2 guys. All right, we got a little bit going on. Jack, let me bring you in here. Go ahead and fire away at Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think you've most improved on from the beginning of the fall?
Probably work in the weight room.
Per- okay, let me rephrase this: person and player both. So not just throughout baseball, but maybe maturing in some type of way.
Just learning how to balance social life, baseball, and also family and all that, and academics.
So better time management skills.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. What's a goal that you have for yourself for this upcoming season?
Just have as most fun as possible and enjoy as much baseball as I can.
And you're going to get a chance because we got a few games. I'm still trying to schedule more, so you're going to get a chance to play some baseball.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, I think that describes you pretty well. I think you really enjoy being out there, and I think you like having fun on the field. So, all right, you ready for some word association?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Gift.
Santa.
School.
Hard.
Wildcat.
School.
Okay. Home.
Fun.
Yep. And this one's kind of personalized, but knuckleball.
Oh, my best pitch.
Whoa, what? Your best pitch.
Yep.
Jack, would you agree with that one?
Or I could say nasty.
No, I wouldn't. But
Nasty?
yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to bring both these
I think
guys
you got to
back on
throw.
again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think you got to have a pretty wicked knuckleball for it to be your
All right,
best
so
pitch. But
you
I like
guys.
where
Oops, sorry. So you guys are the left side of the infield. Who has more range?
Yeah, probably Ty.
Okay. Who hits the ball harder?
Probably Frankel.
Okay. Who hits the ball the other way more?
Me.
Franco.
Who who is the in charge of that side of the infield?
Me.
Okay. All right. So what's the biggest thing you guys got to learn together about each other working that side of the infield?
For me, I'd say communication. Like knowing if a ball in the hole should be mine because I'm going that way, or if it's his, if he can get to it, stuff like that.
Yeah. What about you, Ty?
It's exactly what I was gonna say. Just communicating on whose ball it's gonna be.
Yeah, and then you guys got obviously bunt plays, coverages, and stuff like that where you're both moving and all that. What's the one thing that Tyler that everybody should know about Colton that they don't know?
He's an old man.
He's an old man. Oh,
He's
Colton,
gotten old. He's getting up there.
It's your chance to fire back. What's the one thing we don't know about Tyler, or people out there watching that don't know about Tyler?
He's soft.
Oh, we're throwing down now, huh? Hey guys, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you coming on, and whatever Santa Claus, whatever you're hoping for Christmas, be that a new Cadillac or peace on earth or whatever it is, I hope you guys get it. All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy your 2 weeks away, because when we get back, we're going to be hammering it pretty hard, right? All right, guys. Merry Christmas.
You too.
You too.
All right, Jack. What do you got for anybody? Is closing.
We need guys.
You need guys, yeah. So
But
if you know people out
as
there,
always, come. Yeah.
we do have a few minutes. If we got, I see we got some people online that are watching. If you have any questions, just send them our way. I mean, we'll give you a minute or two. There's about a minute delay in this broadcast from the time we say it till the time something pops up. So, yeah. So we are obviously we're actively looking for players for this year, and we're looking for players for next year. Now, this year we're pretty much just looking for pitchers at this point. Next year we've got some holes to fill in the pitching department. Third base is a big one for us. We'll need another catcher, obviously, and one or two more outfielders just to be status quo. And then if you say we need 10 pitchers, that means we're going to have to recruit 9 pitchers this winter. So it's a great opportunity for somebody that can play a little bit of baseball, loves to play, wants to work, willing to work, for them to get a chance to play the game. Doesn't look like we have any comments or out there at all. So what do you got? Any parting shots?
As always, come catch a game this spring. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and now we know the schedule, what the schedule is. I hope everybody can make it out there. I do have a plan to have a press day. So the players, will get introduced to the local press. It just helps the newspaper or the radio station or whatever get a little background to our guys. So when they do an article or talk about games, they'll have a little bit more background to it. And it's also good for the players because it gives them a chance to be in front of somebody, to have to present, to have to answer questions like they're doing here. And it's just part of the growth process. So, all right, since there's no questions, Jack, I appreciate you being on here. Colton and Tyler, thank you again for being on here. And we'll be back with you next week and hope to bring on a couple of outfielders for the next week's show. So until next week, if you have any questions, write a comment on Facebook or leave a comment on our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.